So we've had the pleasure today of having Steve Neese and Kevin Knowles visit with us doing Arizona Drag Racing Legends segments. But they're partners, and people know them, Neese and Knowles, and they've been running together for 30 years. So
easily,
yes. Wow, you're young when you were a baby still.
He was.
Yeah.
He was out of high school.
Yeah, a fun kid. Okay, maybe we can get him this stuff. So this recap, you guys both have a passion for going fast and loud cars, and had a lot of successful years together. How did tell me about how you first met? You guys really first met.
I kind of forgot about the part where at the shops and stuff, but my first memory was Mexico, and with Kevin and Chris Rascal.
So were you the one that got him out of the back of the police car?
Oh, we probably should have.
Okay. And young guy in Mexico, just having a good time.
Yeah, we had a really good time down there. Yeah, when you pull up into the parking lot, they got a margarita machine out there going full blast.
A margarita fountain.
Yeah, fountain. And
for the display.
Yeah, then they let you drink and have fun, and then they want to go to the track. So that was an interesting time.
So the bottle of throttle thing was waived in Mexico.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. When they pull up and they open the doors on the race cars and beer cans roll out. Yeah.
Well, that could have been Beeline too.
Well, that's true. There's some truth to
I mean, there were a lot of Budweiser cans around the Chandler guys' trailers after they pulled out at Beeline.
This is true.
So you both say, hey, that guy might be interesting. You really, I don't know if you had plans to partner up, but what were your thoughts? I mean, were you excited about it, Kevin?
I was. I again started hanging out at Steve's shop just when he had the Sifka car and the blown running the Chevy, and then went to the Chrysler, and learning and all the stories that Steven went through of blowing up big block Chevys and power glides and all this, and then finally went the Chrysler, and it's like, okay, well, you already got the parts, but this chassis is too old at that point in time to really go top alcohol racing. And he wanted to go a little faster. At the time, even for me putting a car together, getting down to it, I didn't have the budget or the revenue, that type of stuff, to put it all together. So I've got chassis, rear end. He's got engine, drivetrain. He's got an older car.
Yeah.
So all I needed was a body. So we ended up getting a Camaro body from Regal. And mounted that. So the same garage where I built the chassis, ended up mounting that body, and Steve helped me put that car together and finish it off to run top alcohol.
So it wasn't bad. So you guys ever have any fights along the way? Disagreements. I wouldn't say fight.
Yeah, never really a good fight, but yeah.
Yeah, not any really good ones.
We walked away from each other, I'm sure, a few.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean,
every once in a while, a wrench.
You don't want to be the same because then you wouldn't get any better.
Yeah, exactly. We've been long. Pretty much was a brotherhood from as far as I was concerned from the beginning. It was like a little brother, and you know how siblings are, so. You put up with them.
So you had your arm out straight and against his head, hold him away.
Sometimes.
Cool down, Junior.
That had happened before.
Yeah, especially when he was younger, and that. Yeah, he had a few good. What do you call nicknames?
Yeah, there's a couple nicknames. Yeah,
nicknames we can say or not.
Politically.
No. Okay. We'll pass. Okay.
Yeah, a couple nicknames. Of course, you start getting. This is when we were running Fuel Funny Car. And those nicknames really came out because I was always trying to let's keep this at the top, the most top level we could keep it for what we had. And of course, you'll get Floyd Guerra, and he's always trying to be a comedian and come up and will nickname anybody. And he's the one that came up with this nickname.
Oh, that's funny,
and I come out and grab my gas mask, and he's got symbols wrote on the gas mask on the filters and wrote across the top, and that's for another story, but yes, it's.
Got a picture of that?
I probably don't.
Okay.
I probably don't. I know it.
Wonder if Floyd got it. Has it.
Sometimes I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, he was pretty. He's got a good sense of humor. Loved helping people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, good guy.
Yes.
you've had great successes. You've been, we've talked about that, but what is your, if you were to stay together, and you really kind of had a great night and you sat back and said, this is pretty cool, or this is one of the best experiences, what would you guys have maybe a time or two, like you can say, we really enjoyed it that day?
Some of the wins, yeah,
Quite a few of
definitely.
them. Yeah, all the wins are definitely
Bigs.
that's just icing. In my eyes, it's just icing on the cake. That's the best of the best. And then other times, when you come back and you make a run and you hear the car pop weird, and then you come back and everything's all in the diaper and pan, and that's your worst of worst.
Yeah.
And those days there,
valleys.
it's like, okay, should we keep doing it? Should we not? Let's regroup and let's continue building on. So that's when you're at least serious about it, and you just kind of, at least in my eyes, that's when you just kind of, you don't disregard it, but you blow it off and learn from it and pull your pants back up and let's go. Let's keep going and just let's fix it.
You guys, it's really amazing that, with all the outside pulls and tugs and yanks and the distractions, that you guys have been partners for that long, for this long. And,
Right.
and really should, congratulated for that, because it's not easy to do. I partner with people, but I made my mind up that I'll own the car, but we'll partner on all the rest, everything else, as far as the participation and stuff. But you seem to have a trust going into the deal that seemed, it worked out for you, and I really congratulate you. Steve, you're basically the advisory role now, it sounds like.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun though. I have to admit, way more fun than I thought it was going to be. And so I can sit on the outside and criticize everything he does on the way down.
Kind of like maybe he did. Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
What a bonehead.
But no, I thought it was going to be tough a lot, but really with his excitement and everybody else's excitement, because being in the car, you miss the crew. And so it's a crew thing now. I'm in part of that clique.
Yeah, it's quiet in the
That's really cool. And that being in the driver, you do your thing, and everybody else is back there celebrating because they did the hard work.
The closest you are to anybody is when they pull your straps tight.
Exactly. So I'm getting that part of it after 20 years of him being on the outside, me being on the inside. So it's, like I said, it's pretty exciting. It really is. It's a lot of fun. And he does a good job. He's doing really good. He's seen enough passes he should, but he's got a feel for the car and doing a really good job at it.
Well, what I notice about him, he's got a calmness to him.
Yeah.
Well, and that's not natural with a lot of people, and especially with what you're doing. And I see you around working on him, and you worked on Maroney's car, Kevin, and definitely what you're doing with the Wineskis and the Nitro Moose.
Right.
Something that it's really hard to just remain calm even when things are really, really bad.
Stuff gets frantic pretty quick.
Yes.
Any of the cars. And that's the first thing I tell a lot of the guys too, even when you're on the line, don't run around and don't rush. You got to be quick, but you don't need to be in a rush. And even on ours, because you're going to miss something, and don't be in a rush.
Very good point. So he's going to India this year with the Wineskis, and where are you going to be over the Labor Day weekend?
Probably up in Heber enjoying the cool weather.
Well, you're not going to go and enjoy the humid weather of Indianapolis in the summertime?
Been there, done that.
Okay. Your funometer's full?
Definitely. I'll watch it on TV. Keep up with him on the phone. So
I'll get the text, what happened, why did you do that?
Yeah.
Some of the texts in between,
I try not to win with Rob Wineski. I mean, I will not text him when all that's going on.
Right.
At night, I might send him a clip later on in the evening where he's kind of calmed down. But you got to, you're there racing, and you have all us idiots back in Phoenix, watching TV and doing stuff, and everybody's like, I know why you did that, but how many times did you get a lot of text messages when things are happening? Or
I don't, luckily.
Good.
I'll get the text from Steve, sometimes in between rounds, depending on if it was spectacular or not. Floyd at the end of the night, Floyd, of course, being Floyd, put 100% in it and put 20 more grams on it. Yeah. That's him being him,
Tip the can. Don't be weak. Yeah.
That's right. But things like that, luckily everybody does kind of leave it alone, and they see the results. People are watching.
Yeah, the only time that's my phone's ever blown up was spectating at Indy one year, and I got a friend of mine, a media guy, was split a suite with Schumacher,
Sure.
and Schumacher's fuel cars both went out. Top fuel cars went out first round. So I sat down in the car. She came up to and was in the suite, and he's like, probably not real happy. And I'm wearing a blue shirt. Then all the rest of the guys are in red because I'm definitely a Force fan. So I mean, I didn't say anything. But my phone blew up because they took the ESPN was broadcasting drag racing then, and there's a picture. There's a video of Schumacher, and I like 2 seats in front of me. Dude, you're just on TV. Like 90 emails, text messages came through. So people do watch that race.
They do.
And you have a great time. We'll be there vicariously through you. We want to hear all the stories.
That's awesome.
And
yeah,
and we want to see Dylan run in the threes. And
yeah,
we know the car's knocking on the door. Johnny West he does a really great job of not driving through the ability of the car or the driver or tuning it so much that it's going to drive over parts. He said things like tune a car that run a 410 is going to save a lot more parts than tune the car that's going to run a 395.
Yes.
It's amazing how the destruction level goes up just a little bit of improvement.
Some of my side, I think that's what also that I can totally respect because that's also how we've always run our car. We've never just Hail Married, throw something at it to see if it sticks. We're going to do it make sense. If it takes an extra run, it's going to take an extra run. But
you've never thrown it all in the car, whether you're going to blow it up or not, so you can make a quick pass.
We have never really, we've never gone over our head.
That's hard. That's really you guys be applauded for that.
Really, hey, we're going to throw another 10% to it and 5 more degrees or anything like that. We've never run that way.
It's kind of like a computer. You don't want to overload the hard drive and fill it all up. So maybe you run to 85% of being full.
Correct.
Of what it can do, knowing that destruction happens on the rest of the deal.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. That's a good motto.
Totally.
Well, guys, we hope that everybody enjoys your videos we did with the day Arizona Drag Racing Legends. Neese and Knowles, definitely a legendary Arizona drag racing team. Thank you so much for being here today, and God bless you all.
Of course, Chris, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, and Bill. Thank you.